Okay. Shalom. Now, I'm going to start off by saying, all praise to the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. That's all I'm going to say, bro. All praise to the Most High. You know, and people got, and there's a lot of controversy over the Most High's name and how to properly say his name. And, you know, mainly, the meat and potatoes of his name is actually Yahweh, but some people call him YAHWEH. I still, in some respects, still call him YAHWEH. I also call him Yahweh. For some reason, that name Yahweh, that when I say that name, I get like a chill. Like, I get goosebumps when I say the name Yahweh. So, I'm gonna call him Yahweh. You understand? So, what's up, my brothers? You know, shout out to my younger brother. You know, my other brother, and you know, and soldier for Yahweh. You know, soldier, man. Shout out to that brother too. I don't like putting people names out there, but you know, it's for edification. But yeah, what's up with the current events, man? What's up, man? What's up, y'all? All praises. So, my question is, what's up with the current events? Okay. Look at where we at, Israel. Look at where we at, man. Come on, man. And then I'm hearing people, all these talks about race war. Bro, it's already a race war. It's just a soft race war. You understand? That's why I said it's already a race war, man. Everybody keep, it's about to be, man, look, bro. It's already a race war, man. You feel me? Five black men, Israelite men, have their bodies have been discovered in this last week hanging from a tree. They've been lynching us out here, man. So it's already a race war, but it's almost like, you know, if you shoot at somebody and like they don't shoot back, we just didn't fire back. That's all. It's just as if like we just didn't fire or shoot back. That's all. And you gotta look at it. Then you got North Korea threatening us. Then you got China threatening us. You got Russia threatening us, right? Listen, man, it's destruction, man. Listen, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. And notice, what did David say in Psalms? Listen, man, let me go straight to the scripture, man. I ain't even playing no more. Let's go straight to these scriptures, man. To make sense about what's happening on this earth. Let's make sense out of it. You know, good to hear from y'all, man. So let's see the prayers of David. This is Psalm 138. I will praise you with my whole heart. Before the gods will I sing praise unto you. Now these gods are the ones that's controlling everything, the human gods. But David also understands that there's gods in the spirit realm as well. Right? David understood that back then. These entities, they ruling from the other dimension. I will worship toward your holy temple and praise your name for thy loving kindness and for thy truth. For thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name. The day when I cried and answered, and in the day when I cried, you answered me, and strengthened me with strength in my soul. Because in these times, we need strength from the Most High. Okay? You understand? And then, you know, and I've been on YouTube and stuff. I've been going to certain channels. People have been talking about spiritual stuff here and there, right? And I noticed, right, all of a sudden, for some reason, they'll block me or like mute me, and I ain't even do nothing wrong. And I'm like, okay, so why would y'all mute me and I ain't did nothing wrong? Right? So I say, well, it's not the fact that they muted me, it's the fact that the Most High don't want me on there. Yeah, there's agents everywhere. You understand? There are agents everywhere. And I'm not saying that we all perfect, but at the same time, I know, and that happened to like two of these people channels that they was live streaming. And I went on their channels, and all of a sudden, I'm in their live, and I can hear the guy talking about something. Oh, there's a troll in here. I'm just sitting there watching, or I just say something. All praise to the Most High. You know, they be making spiritual lessons and talking about, you know, spiritual things. All of a sudden, oh, it's a troll in here. It's a troll in here. It's like they know our names. You try to say all I say is all praise to the Most High, and they'll say, oh, it's a troll in here. You let a troll come in here and stay for a while. And I ain't even do nothing but say all praise to the Most High. And they say that it's a troll in here. But y'all talking about the Most High, but it's like, but what God are y'all talking about? Yeah, that's why it says, blessed are you when they kick you out of their synagogue. I was kicked, that's a synagogue. When you online teaching the word, that's a synagogue. Right? That's somewhere where you learn the word at. So now, bro, it's about to be a race war. Look at everything, man. Bro, there's things going on out there in space. There's things going on with the sun. Things flying around the sun. Things flying into the sun. There's objects coming out of the sun. Man, we've been lied to. It's like, what really is the sun? What is it? Instead of just a big old ball of fire. That's garbage. You see, what I believe and what I truly feel in my heart is that the sun is a giant portal. As I said, what I believe in my heart, I say that the sun is a giant portal. Like I said, because what I believe in my heart, that the sun is a giant portal. You see, we from the earth, right? We human creatures, human beings that was made on the earth, we in flesh suits. We can't go nowhere near the sun or go inside the sun to actually know what's in there or to know what the sun is. But like in the Bible, it says that there are bodies terrestrial. We are those bodies that's terrestrial. Terrestrial means earthbound, from the earth. He said there are also bodies celestial. Now those celestial beings, they have the ability to do that. They can go to these stars and go inside of stars and come out of the stars. I believe the sun is a whole big old portal. That's what I truly believe, man. Come on. These beings, they are not terrestrial, they are celestial beings. Yes, they're made out of fire. So they can go up in there. All they got to do is match the frequency of the sun and they can go up inside, right? No one's told us what the sun actually, or what these things, or what these planets actually are. We know they're planets, but how do we know what's on them? Okay? So now, they are planning, it's like they are planning to evacuate. Okay? So, if they got everything under control, right? I'm going to read this. Hold on, bear with me for 1 minute. So, these pastors, right, they read the book of Isaiah as if they read the Bible as like it's a comic book or it's a novel, right? So what do you read when you read Isaiah 13 on down? What do you perceive? What do you perceive? Listen. This is Isaiah 13, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. Lift you up a banner upon the high mountain. Now, what's the high mountain? Anywhere where a lot of people can hear this word, mainly where there's a lot of Israelites said, lift you up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Now who is them? These are Israelites and Gentiles, if they willing to listen and understand what we got to say. Shake the hand. That's why we always going like this, and we always going like this. And we, yeah, you know, you listen, this is what we got to, that's why we doing like this. Shake the hand. That they may go into the gates of the nobles. The nobles are who? The government, the elites, the Illuminati, right? I have commanded my sanctified ones. And who are these? These messengers. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. Now listen. No one's been paying attention to the things that's going on. Why do you think they closed all these observatories? They shut down all the telescopes because they don't want to look at what's going on out there anymore. They scared. At the same time, they know there's something coming that's about to come to this earth in a rocket. There is a fucking rock out there heading toward the earth. And they're talking about evacuating. You understand? And they trying to make it seem as if that's why they getting all this confusion going on, because they think they going to leave us down here to fry. When the Most High, He the one actually has control over this stuff, man. You think the Most High going to allow His righteous ones, even though sometimes we slip up, our feet slip, we struggle in the sin, we might masturbate, we get carnal, or we might get mad and might think about cursing somebody out, or, you know, but you can get back up and still repent, right? You still fasting, right? Hey, but yeah, bro, there's creatures out here that they haven't, no one never even seen before. Bigfoot, no one knows what the hell that is. They talking about it's an animal. That ain't no damn animal. That's some type of creature from another dimension. There were stories where people said they actually seen that creature come out of some type of ball of light. It stepped out of a ball of light. Man, that was a portal. One hunter said he was following some Bigfoot tracks that was going into the woods. He said at one point the tracks just stopped. And there were no more tracks. It was almost like this creature was walking and it just stopped. And it disappeared. Like almost as if this thing stepped into some type of portal. And that's what more likely what it did. There's creatures on this earth. There are these reptilians, there are these greys, all types of creatures. Jinns, you got shadow people. You got all types of creatures that you ain't even heard about that's on this earth. They locked in another parallel dimension. Now when that day comes, the Most High is going to shatter the wall within the dimension, and they're going to come in, they're going to pour in. That's why he said there was an angel on, let me keep reading this. The noise of a multitude in the mountains. So these things are coming with noise. Like as of a great people. So what the Most High say about these giants? Now, you got people that say, oh, when the Most High was talking about giants, he was talking about Israelites. No, man. Israelites, they seen giants, right? Listen, they seen giants. But where did the giants go? What happened to them? It says that these giants, or these fallen angels, they were locked up under the river Euphrates. We could take that literal, or we could take it for what God said. He said that he locked these creatures up inside the earth. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. These kingdoms. Now, in ancient times, there were people that actually served these giants. They actually served them. And some of them weren't even giants. Some were actually fallen angels that they were still around, and they were worshiping them. Or some of them were actually worshiping giants. And some of these beings had certain abilities, right? How do you think some of these structures were actually put here? You think man? No. How do you think man is just that clever to build? So if they did build all this, where are the tools? Where's the machinery? Where's the cranes? Where's the chisels? Right? Where are the shovels? Right? Come on. Where do they get the materials? It's almost as if somebody flown the materials over here by air, or they levitated in some type of way. Big, giant stones. Like, how can you move them? How is this possible? Come on. They're not telling you that every time they go up under the water, strange things are following them in the water, strange objects are following them, right? But they're not going to tell you that because they the ones supposed to be in control. You understand? They supposed to be in control. Man, the Most High is in control. He's even in control of the evil ones. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. Now, the word host means armies. Now, also the word host just means accompanied by many spirits. The Lord, it can be translated like this. The Lord of spirits mustereth the host of the battle. Bro, in that day, the Most High not going to just use humans to take these evil ones out. He's going to use supernatural creatures to take them out. And then, you know, we got the issue of gang stalking, right? We have gang stalking. Now, my thing is, how can y'all have time to even do this? How? Where do you find time to even gang stalk somebody? That's my question. So we know that these gang stalkers, they about to be obliterated, man. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven. Yeah, because a lot of these creatures are actually coming from other dimensions, right? Or they're coming from up there. Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy what? to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint. You ever been so scared when you tried to lift up something and you couldn't? You tried to run and you couldn't run. You go all wobbly because that rush of adrenaline hit your body. You can't run. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Man, the Most High gonna bring all of it out that day. Right? And they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. You're going to see grown men crying. You're going to see dudes getting their heads blown off right in the street. You're going to see women getting killed and raped right in front of you. Children getting their heads chopped off. You understand? You're going to see, bro, you're going to see the most vilest things, man. And they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Now, who are the sinners? The elite, the so-called white man. And not every single white man is our enemy. You understand? But we understand that, hey, most of them, they have that spirit. Okay, and this is talking about what's about to happen even further. Man, it's about to be a purge, man. Look up the movie Greenland and try to order the movie Green, or try to buy the movie Greenland. Listen, this is Zephaniah. The word of the Lord which came unto Zephaniah, the son of Cushai, the son of Gedaliah, the son of Amariah, the son of Hezekiah, in the days of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Judah. I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord. I will consume man and beast. Woo! I will consume the fowls of the heaven, and the fishes of the sea, and the stumbling blocks with the wicked. Now, who are the wicked? These people in these churches that's telling you all you got to do is pay your tithes and say hallelujah and throw your hands up in the air and you saved. Right? And I don't have nothing against baptism. No, I don't, but you're not saved until you walk through them portals, or you get sucked up on a chariot. You're not saved then, or until them angels come and pick you up, right? And I will cut off man from all the land, saith the Lord. I will also stretch out my hand upon Judah and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Danger is coming to her. The Most High said, for the 2/3 and anybody want to behave like that, danger is coming to Judah and Jerusalem. And I will cut off the remnant of Baal from this place, and the name of the Chemarim with the priest. These false pastors, these people that's prophesying lies and telling you good things, and them that worship the host of heaven upon the housetops. Who is these? They worship angels. They worship Zeus, Saturn, Jupiter. These gods that have these names. The fallen angels, these reptilians, right? And yeah, these reptilians, they were up in heaven. They were heavenly beings. They were celestial beings, but when they came to this earth dimension, yeah, they were reptilian, and they were beautiful as well. But when they came down here, they got very ugly. They got very heavy, because when they was in the spirit realm, they were very light. When they came down here, they got ugly. They got heavy. You understand? It's like, you know what I'm talking about. You know how when you sin, and when you keep sinning, it's like, it makes you feel heavy. When you're depressed, you feel really heavy. Right?
and them that worship and that swear by the Lord and that swear by Malcolm, and them that are turned back from the Lord, and those that have not sought the Lord nor inquired for him. They don't care about the Most High. All they care about is getting high, getting rich, getting the biggest booty holes, right? Shooting their brother and killing their brother. Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord God, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. For the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice. He hath bid his guests. His guests are these other nations, these nuclear missiles, even these monsters that's about to come and do his work, the Leviathan. He said he called his guests to come and eat. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such as are clothed with strange apparel. Yeah, you got men want dressed like women, women that want act like men, sag their pants. In the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. For the Most High know about these gang stalkers. You got agents, you got gang stalking agents that live around us in our neighborhood. You got gang stalking agents that's our family members, right? You got gang stalking agents that work at our jobs. They work at our schools. They watching you. They watching you off of the satellite. They watching everything you watch. They watching when you take a shit. They know how many turds you done shit out in the toilet. They watching what you watch on your phone. If you jacked off, right? It says this. In the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their mouth. It said, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and they howling from the second, and the great crashing from the hills. The dollar about to crash. Them hills, that's that money. The hills gonna crash. Howl, scream, you inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off. Money not gonna be. Money is about to be. Money is already obsolete. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles. The Most High is searching us with candles right now. He's searching to see who. He's searching. You ever see somebody go through a swamp with lanterns at night, and they going through a swamp on a boat with a lantern? That's what the Most High doing. This is a swamp, and he's going through the swamp with a lantern. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled on their leaves, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. They're saying, oh, God, Yahweh don't exist, nor does his son exist. We don't believe in no God. We our own God. Then you got some women that say, oh, the black woman is God. God's a beautiful black woman. How the fuck can a woman be God when she can't even stop herself from bleeding every month? How can she be God when she can't even grow her head back? Like, baby, you going bald-headed, you grow your head back. You can't even get rid of that smell down there. How can you have a child on your own? You need a man to bust a nut up inside of you, to skeet up inside of you. You need a man to do that. Y'all think y'all got these in vitro fertilization clinics? They got these frozen bottles of sperm up inside these freezers, but same time, a man had to go and bust a nut inside one of them capsules before you put that sperm up in you. Right? So, black woman is not God. The Most High is a man. So they trying to say, they that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Therefore, their good shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. Hold up, pause. Niggas gonna kick your house, and you imagine niggas out here smoking weed when it's a famine? You getting high when it's a famine? And you withdrawing, and then you smoking, and it's no food in the store. I mean, you can be fighting and killing and shooting and stealing. You smoking and drinking. It's no water, no clean water and food. And you high and hungry and thirsty? What? Now you paranoid. You gonna be hallucinating, hearing things. They shall also build houses but not inhabit them. And they shall plant vineyards but not drink the wine thereof. Because everything about to crash. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. It's near. Look at the race wars about to pop off. Look how all these white people starting to act real wild towards us. They telling us, now they trying to tell us that we are the children of the Most High. We are YAHWEH. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. The soldiers are going to be scared. Verse 15. That day is a day of wrath. A day of trouble and distress. So you about to be stressed out. You about to be scared for your life. All the wicked 2/3, right? A day of wasteness and desolation. A day of darkness and gloominess. A day of clouds and thick darkness. A day of the trumpet. And alarm against the fenced city. He said this is going to be a day, he said what? A day of trouble. That day is a day of wrath. Bro, it's going to be monsters. People saying, oh, it ain't no such thing as one. Yes, it is. What you think we have on these, where do you think nightmares come from? A lot of these, bro, the Most High send these evil spirits to let you know they are real. He real. That day is a day of wrath. A day of trouble and distress. You're going to be stressed because you're going to hear somebody knock at your door. You go to your door, look out your peephole. There's three black shadows being standing outside at night. You're going to turn around and they're going to be right up in your house. Niggas right there, you're going to die from a heart attack. A day of distress. A day of wasteness and desolation. A day of darkness and gloominess. Yeah, because there's going to be these graves. They're going to be taking people. People are going to see these creatures and be like, what the fuck? You're going to see reptilian demons walking around, shapeshift and manifesting right before your eyes. Yeah. A day of wasteness and desolation. A day of darkness and gloominess. A day of clouds and thick darkness. There's going to be big old chariots riding around in the sky, right? A day of the trumpet and alarm. This is a cause for alarm, man. Against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither shall their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. There you go. So, and a lot of these other nations, they know what's going on too. And it says, the Lord will be terrible unto them. They say, look, therefore as I live, said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom. Chinese, Japanese, right? And the children of Ammon, Japanese, as Gomorrah, even the breeding of the nettles and salt pits and perpetual desolation. Now, ain't what's going on in China right now? The residue of my people shall spoil them and the remnant of my people shall possess them. This shall they have for their pride, because they have reproached and magnified themselves against the people of the Lord of hosts. That's the Israelites. You Chinese people, y'all about to suffer. Worse, the Lord will be terrible unto them. What? Oh, God loves everybody. The Lord will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all the gods of the earth, and men shall worship him, every one from his place, even all the isles of the heathen. The Most High about to cut all their resources off. You Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword. Ooh. Boy, this girl in the store the other day gonna talk about something. Y'all Ethiopians, why y'all act so mean? Y'all our people too. No, they not. What did God say? Ye Ethiopians, ye shall also be slain by my sword. So, I'm trying to hold on, my bad, y'all. Hold on, I'm trying to hang on. Hang on, my bad. Hold on. Hang on. One more. And this is Zechariah 3. And he showed me Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of the Lord, and Satan standing at his right hand to resist him. Bro, Satan gonna be here, man. But not at the end. The Most High about to destroy Satan. There's gonna be no more evil. Listen to this. And the Lord said unto Satan, the Lord rebuke thee, O Satan. Even the Lord that hath chosen Jerusalem rebuke you. Is not this a brand plucked out of the fire? Woo! He said, man, Yahweh said, I rebuke you. Get up out of here. Roll out, man. Now Joshua was clothed with filthy garments and stood before the angel. And he answered and spake unto those that stood before him, saying, take away the filthy garments from him. And unto him he said, behold, I have caused thine iniquity to pass from you, and I will clothe you with change of raiment. And I said, let them set a fair mitre upon his head. So they set a fair mitre upon his head, and clothed him with garments. And the angel of the Lord stood by. And the angel of the Lord protested unto Joshua, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, If thou wilt walk in my ways, and if thou wilt keep my charge, then thou shalt also judge my house, and shalt also keep my courts. And I will give thee places to walk among these that stand by. Hear now, O Joshua, the high priest, thou and thy fellows that sit before thee. So, Joshua was in a low place. He had filthy garments. Nigga, we got filthy garments. We sinners. Right? And listen, this is Zechariah. What? Alright. That's it for that. Shalom.